Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Solving Your Problem. Today we're here with Michelangelo and we're gonna have an interview. We're gonna do an interview. We're gonna talk about what it's like to date Portuguese women, what it's like to be dating in Portugal in general. Michelangelo is gonna talk about his own personal experience as a native Portuguese man, and he's gonna share his opinion and he's gonna share some advice to whomever is interested in Portugal, the dating scene, and Portuguese women. So, first question would be, what are the unique challenges men face in Portuguese dating scene?
But it will be the opinion from person to person, but what I see, opa, you just be like normal. You have normal behavior, don't be weird or something like that. And I think it will hand out in a good way. I think it's not gonna be difficult, at least for my opinion, but for other people it could be a little bit more difficult. But I think just be normal, and yes, that's the thing. Ooh.
How do cultural norms in Portugal influence dating expectations?
I think it depends on where you live, if it's from like north side or where I come from, Lisbon, or in the south side. But I think normally, but even I think this is everywhere in the world. Normally you want your kids, let's just say that want to date a person with the same like mindset that you have, family values, those type of things. And but yeah, you can find a lot of the same cultural mindset, those type of things, and a little bit different if you want. Yeah.
What are the typical first date customs in Portugal?
Coffee. You can have like coffee, a little walk. Yeah. Smoke a joint. That's it. Yeah. You don't have a lot of and yeah, go out in a restaurant or something like that. But yeah, those are the principal ones. Yeah.
How how do how important is family approval in Portuguese relationships?
Yeah, it's very important. But I think that's everywhere do you that you live in the world. I think it's important that your parents or the family that are taking care of you respect the person that you are with. But most of them, they are normal. Yeah, it doesn't have any issue, especially these days. The parents of and many Portuguese mindset about dating, it's more freely. So yeah, it doesn't have any problem. Yeah. I'm gonna go in the construction site.
How do Portuguese men balance work and dating life?
Oof. No, that's a really difficult one. I'm gonna tell you because it's very difficult right now. Doesn't matter which part of Portugal, if you live in the north, if you live in the center, if you live in the south, it's very difficult to work-life balance, really, because you have to work a little bit too much. And if you have kids, that's gonna be a bigger challenge. And to work out, to have a life balance equilibrate, I don't know how they can do it. That's why I came here to Belgium.
What's the significance of food and dining in Portuguese dating?
I'm gonna tell from my experience. I live here, yeah, in Belgium, but I really miss my cuisine. And we have some. If you are, even you have to be born to know what is the typical dishes and the flavors and the memories that you have from a simple food. It's really, yeah, it's phew, it's wonderful. Yeah, it's yeah.
How do men handle rejection in the dating scene in Portugal?
They handle pretty fine, but you are rejected, you just go find another person, go see when it went wrong. But I think they handle perfectly. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
What advice would you give to those navigating the single life in Portugal?
First, I think you have to see if you are okay. What I mean about okay, it's first know yourself. I think is one of the most important things. Know yourself, because sometimes you live a long time with or your family or with someone, and you have some small habits of that person. You know what I mean? But if you live a little bit with yourself, for example, you want to go to study, go live until you are completing that course, let's just say, live a little bit by yourself, know a little bit by yourself, and then have a little bit stability that you can afford to have some free time, those type of things. And that's it. Yeah.
So we got some additional bonus questions for
Mm.
anybody that's still watching and is curious about dating in Portugal. It's about what is it like for a foreigner dating in Portugal?
I think he's gonna be really happy because culture, food, one of the most important things. Yeah, food. The climate, it's wonderful. You have a lot of nature. You have a lot of, it's wonderful there, and the people, especially the people. Yeah, we are very open arms with everyone. I think those are the top qualities, yeah, that I can say of. Yeah.
What are the cultural pros and cons for outsiders once they arrive in Portugal and they want to experience the culture, specifically dating Portuguese women? What are the pros and
Only
cons?
dating?
Yeah. Cultural wise,
Ah,
pros and cons.
yeah. For example, if this is my opinion. Yeah, this is only my opinion. But I think if you grow up, imagine, with a certain religious type of way, or if you are inspired by the normal relationship of your parents, for example, let's just say if you have a strict um, childhood, let's just say, I think you will gonna still want that type of relationship. But if, for example, if you grow up in your when you're still a child and your parents split up, for example, I think you're gonna have more difficulty in the future to have like a certain life that you want. I think it's more difficult. Yeah.
The final question
Uh.
is, how does dating Portuguese women differ abroad versus in Portugal? Is there a difference or not? Is it
Oh
the
my
same
brother,
thing? Doesn't
I
matter.
don't know. I don't know
Okay.
because I only date Portuguese. Yeah, and yeah, I don't know. But I think dating at the end it's gonna be the same. You just have to know about yourself, yeah, and what you want your partner to be. So just don't go like skipping this relationship for this one and this one. If this one she does something that I don't like, just discharge and try to find another one. No, try to understand why she did it, and try to see if it's we are not perfect. At the end of the day, everybody is not perfect, but try to be you, try to understand the other person, and at the end it's gonna be okay. Yeah, it's gonna be, yeah, magnificent, the life.